That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right back.
My name is Coach Carlson. I'm the head basketball coach here at Manchester. I've been coaching now 20 years. This next season will be my 8th year as the varsity head coach, and then I spent time as a couple of years as an assistant, and then I also coached JV for 9 years, if I'm correct.
What's up? I'm Dante Kirsch, class of 2023, forward.
Isaiah Thomas, point guard. Jamel McDuffie, aka Gerald, can't guard me, class of 2023.
Kyle Barson, class of 24, center.
My name is Zion Richardson Keys. I'm class of 2023, and I play small forward and shooting guard. And they call me Z1 because I got a little man's named Zion too.
Jaden Johnson, shooting guard, class 2023, aka TGE.
Kyle Jackson, class of 2023, forward, aka K5.
Hey yo, ask him why he got those shades on.
I got shot out with this black gun, bro.
Jamel McDuffie, class of 2022, point guard.
Mel, he was our floor leader last year. He was our captain. We rely on senior leaders, and he certainly was that. He actually had come into the team, or came to the team, I'll say a little late in the game. He didn't join with us until the summertime, and then he ended the team.
As a shifty guard, team leader, and a very fun guard.
Get to the bucket, get past any defender, shoot very deep, and great shoot to hit.
He's always an uplifting person. He's a hard worker, always a determined person.
You know, aka Uncle Gerald, you know, real stand-up guy. You know, when he sits down the same height, you know, that's why, you know what I'm saying, that's like an older brother to me.
He's very competitive. He always want to get at it, high energy, fast-paced player.
He's on fire. I mean, good Lord, he's tough to guard. He scores points and buckets.
Baby Kobe, he don't pass, but you know, that's my guy. He's won us a lot of games. He locks up when he has to.
He can run the guard every once in a while. I say he's more of a small forward shooting guard. He can shoot the ball pretty well, but like sometimes he be in a drought and he don't know he's in a drought. He keeps shooting at him.
Jaden does have a little bit of Kobe in him at times, but he's definitely one of those guys that I can depend on whenever I'm having off nights, guys having off nights, and say like he's gonna be there, he's gonna step up every time and give us a scoring load, or he's gonna step up defensively and guard the other team's best player. Jaden's gonna do what it takes to win.
Say, does the dirty work on the team, gets to the cup, very bouncy, and shoot. I love it.
I don't know how to describe him. Like he's just a funny guy off the court, and on the court, it's like he's completely different. Like he's real serious.
He's got a huge upside.
One of those competitive guys, high energy, always looking to make a big play for his teammates. Like that.
Tay is definitely one of those guys that's, you know, he's gonna show his leadership, you know, and he also plays with his heart on his sleeve.
D1, he's an athlete. He's fast, physical, finish at the rim hard.
Can shoot occasionally, not better than me. Very fast, great on defense. Yeah.
Twin M, you know what I'm saying? Real athletic guy. Only can go left. He can't guard me either.
Fast as lightning. I don't know if I've seen a kid, if there's a steal that happens on the baseline running on the court, between a steal to finishing it there. I don't think I've seen a kid actually get up the court as quick as he got hops from the league. He actually developed a three-point shot.
Same thing, slasher, really fast, good play defense.
Like everyone else has said, he's definitely probably the fastest person I've played. But aside from that, people don't like pay attention to it. He's just that Swiss every night. You know, he can do it all.
Lil Byerson gets to the cup, does not pass out when he drives, but that's fine. Gets to the cup, gets a lot of fouls, and loves to complain to the refs.
our big player. He think he can dribble. He can every once in a while. He'll get hit behind the back, his go-to behind the back, or his swing spin, and then he'll lay the ball up. Maybe hit his hard and one.
My little man's, you know what I'm saying? Forever my little man's, he can't guard me. But nah, he's a real unstoppable force when he wants to be. Real big guard, that's the definition.
A big piece in the middle. We need to have that presence under the wing. Now we offensively don't necessarily put our back to the basket with our bigs, so that he can score outside three-point line, but also certainly score around the rim.
That's a big man on the team. Really good on the rebounds. He can post for the mismatch.
He's like a big baby. Like, you know, to me, I'm the old head on the team. And, you know, with him being the tallest player on the team, he also is like a baby at the same time. You know, I have to play that big brother role. But he's also a bully at the same time. A lot of times he ends up getting texts or getting kicked out the game just because he's simply being bigger than everybody.
Really strong around the rim on offense and defense. Hard for me to guard in practice. It's really huge.
IT, spark plug, energy guy. You know, when I talk about large and personality, that's definitely that guy. And you need that. You need it in the locker room, you need it on the bench. And defensively, he was a comment before that I put him on one of the better point guards in the area, and he just now accepts that.
Straight energy, defense-wise. He can get his buckets, but like sometimes he don't be knowing when it's the right time to do the right play. But he'll get his buckets though.
IT, that's the talkative person. He like really annoying on the court. He unlocks some shit up too.
He's really charismatic, real funny, you know, really loud guy, he talks a lot. But on the court, he's really energetic on offense and defense, especially defense.
He's really bad. He has a little bit more scoring than like the show. He can score a little bit more than people can see.
That's our go-to shooter. We need a shot. Last few seconds, he's gonna hit it.
Wherever you give it to him, catch a shoot, off the dribble, anything, he's knocking it down.
You know, you need senior leaders to help carry your team and push your team to arguably one of the best three-point shooters that I've seen in this program.
He got a lot better this year, and he hit a lot of shots to keep us in
K. Duble, Slender Man, Skinny Jesus, you know, spot-up shooter.
Now there's another shooter. Mid-range game, it's him.
I mean, if I could describe Kyle, I would say imagine playing with KD on Hall of Fame. He can shoot it. He can get to his spots and move like have guard type of like movements.
The transition, it was kind of hard for me because last year I was a young guy. I could like spot up. I didn't have to take as much as biggest role. I just had to spot up, take threes, make plays a little bit, or go off of the older guys' energy because they were seniors. But going into this season, I had to step up. I had people my age that I used to play with on JV, ninth grade year. I had Mel, he really helped me with that, being point guard, run the show. So like, yeah.
Well, for me, it wasn't just the fact that I was transferring. It was the fact that I had took over a year hiatus away from the sport of basketball in itself. So I was just getting used to playing the game again and just getting back in the groove, like in general. So that played a factor in. I had been playing with people that, you know, I grew up playing with. So it was new, like just playing with guys that I knew but hadn't played with before. So, you know, I guess those were the main challenges.
Well, there was going to be a lot of unknowns. The squad that we had, we're graduating 4 seniors, and 2 of those guys were first team all region, one was second team, and it just, you know, they had also had played with me for some of them all 4 years. I know Darren and Jeremiah had played with me all 4 years, and so they had a great season. We got to the regional championship game. Unfortunately, the way things were set up, we lost that game, and then therefore the season was over with. But what we had accomplished at that point was pretty impressive. And so going into this season, then there's a ton of unknowns. We knew we had a bunch of guys coming from JV. We had a couple of pieces that had already been with us from the previous season, but we didn't know what to expect. We were losing a ton of scoring, and so we thought that, all right, well, what we might need to rely on is a team effort in terms of the scoring perspective. And then also we have to buy into the team defense philosophy. If we're not scoring a lot of buckets, then we got to make sure that we're playing our butts off on defense. What came along with it, though, was by adding some pieces. I think that we upped our shooting, and we were able to score a little bit more than we thought, and it just made us more successful with our mentality going into it, trying to be a defensive squad.
Last year, being a freshman on varsity, that was really like my learning year, playing my part. A couple of double-doubles here and there. Just learning from the older players, Darren, Noah, Jeremiah, Maddox, all of them. It was like my bigger brothers, like just learning. And this year, going to my sophomore year, was just a statement year. It was like, I'm here now, now it's time to make a play. I would say last year we had a much bigger lineup. From this year, we having to adjust with Mel coming in, new players from JV coming up. It was just a whole lot of adjustments we had to make as a whole, getting everybody on the same page with Mel, because Mel knew and he didn't know, so we was just trying to get everybody on the same page so we can have a nice, successful season.
To be very honest, I expected to start. Well, I expected to compete for a starting spot when I came in, but Kid Rage himself came in, Yakka from volleyball line hit. So it was a pretty uphill battle from then, but I played my role in the team and we got the championship. That's all that really matters.
It was definitely faster pace. Like you had to know the plays this year. We did run sets, so like if you forgot to play, it would screw up the whole offensive set this year. Like in JV wise, we just got the hoop. With Ray, he allowed us just like to be ourselves and play our game. Crossing, you need to know your position, know what you do, and play your role.
Last season, for the vast majority of the season, we kind of blew every team out of the water. So I thought that was going to be how it was this year. We ended out the season a little tough last season, but definitely thought coming into this year it was going to be a real cakewalk, but that wasn't really the case.
The games with the old heads be very competitive. Like, coaches, they got some skill with them. They just live with straight
old
IQ.
niggas
They just, yeah.
Grown man strength, I swear. And I'm hitting back straight.
I'm back straight.
There's a group of buckets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. We just can't lose. He's cheesecake. He can't guard me.
Tell me I don't got top one court dribble. Oh my. Top for sure.
This guy.
Oh my God, take it! Oh my God, take
G was laying everything. I don't know what else I could do. Something got in the G. How many points Kevin had? I don't know. I think he had a layup. I think he had a layup.
My name is Richardson Keys. I'm class of 2023, and I play small forward and the shooting guard.
Jaden Johnson.
Luper's gonna be that.
I am too.
All right, let me know.
Kai Byerson, class 24. I usually say Richard.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm Isaiah Thomas, point guard. G-O-D. Class of 23, defensive specialist.
Really strong around the rim on offense and defense. Hard for me to guard in practice because dude is huge, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. Leave that in there.
Leave it in you?
No, I never said that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I never said that. That's crazy. That's wild.